Good morning, Gateway. We're so excited to be back with you in this Joseph series that we're going through. And we've been following the life of Joseph and just the difficult things and how he's persevered through all of that. But today we're on a more happy note because we see Joseph has now been elevated to the position of leadership. He's now the prime minister in Egypt, and he's just in a position and he's flying and doing God's work. And we're joined here by our head boy and head girl, who are now in a position of leadership, and they're the first people to be in this position and have a full year and do it properly. So we thought we'd just chat to them, get some inside information, and just see how they're doing it and how they maybe relate to the story of Joseph. So, Michaela, Seth, Joseph, you went through some tough times, you guys went through some tough times, you had COVID, things were tough, but now you guys are back. You've had 2022 as head boy and head girl. What has it been like? What has it been like to lead this year? How does it feel?
For me, it's a dream come true. I've always wanted it since I was in grade 1, and just being able to lead after the 2 years of COVID and lockdown has just been amazing for me.
Amazing.
For me, it's been like amazing because in grade 5 when I first came, it was like being head girl is just, one of those things where it's kind of rare. So then for me to be chosen and for me to be a leader is amazing. So yeah.
And you've enjoyed it. So both of you, you've wanted it. It's been such a special thing. And how have you found it this year? What has it been like trying to get into the position? Obviously, you guys have a lot of responsibilities, and how has it been to tackle those responsibilities?
For me, it can be sometimes challenging because you need to balance things out. You need to have your mentors meetings, your sport, your education, and you need to make sure things are not always an example education. You can't always just lean to education when you also have another responsibility. So you need to balance things out. Yeah.
For me, it's been stressful, a little stressful, because the ability to balance my sports with my schoolwork, with my duties has been hard, because you know that you're head boy and you need to finish your homework, because it doesn't work that you don't finish your homework. And you also have to be there when people ask you to be there, and it's kind of hard balancing, but I've managed to
get it. Yeah, awesome. So I'll value this term, as you guys know, as perseverance. So what has helped you persevere through the year? Obviously, you said it's been tough. It's been trying to find the balance, especially with this year. You guys are writing 5 Carla's speech subject. It's the toughest it's ever been for you guys. But how have you been able to persevere? What has helped you get through the year?
For me, it's talking to people. And when I talk to people, I find that I feel a bit more relieved, because then sometimes they can relate and you can share your problems with them and they can help you out in many ways. And even going to God, you can ask God and your family to help you through everything, and eventually you can, even though it'll still be tough, but you'll get through it.
For me, what has helped me persevere is talking to God. During my perseverance, I always told myself that if I don't do it, who's going to do it? And I remember the one verse that stuck in my head during helping me persevere. It was, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
So good. And we truly can do anything through the strength Christ gives us. So just moving on, we've sort of been also focusing on relationships. So it's been perseverance in relationships and how Joseph has been able to persevere through tough times, but also in his relationships with his family and with those around him. So this week, now we see that he's in the position of power, he's in the leadership like you guys, but also his family comes through and he's trying to maintain that, okay, yes, I'm this person, but I want to restore my relationship. So for you guys, obviously, it's quite a challenge being a leader because it can be quite a lonely position. So how have you found it trying to maintain your relationships this year? And have you been able to find a balance of leadership, but also persevering in those relationships with your friends, with your family, and those around you?
It's been kind of tough, but through it I've made new friends and stuff, and with those new friends I've made stronger and better relationships. And even though I had other friends, you know, sometimes friends can come and go. So you need to just, I don't know, like move on and make new friends, and yeah, because nothing is impossible with God, and you can do anything.
The same for me. It's been tough to keep my relationships with my friends because you're now in this position of leadership, and if your friends do something wrong, you have to act. At the same time, you don't want to hurt your friend, you don't want to lose a friend, but you have to do what's right. And I think that's what's been hard for the both of us. And I think God has helped us with maintaining our relationships. And I guess it's just good to talk to your best friend, to our friends.
That's so good. And yeah, true friends will always be there with you through the tougher times. There's a proverb about that where they're there in the toughest times. Those are the friends that help you through it. So yeah, just quickly, 2 more questions, then we're going to close. Firstly, quick answers. What advice would you give to someone who's going to be the next head boy or head girl of Gateway about perseverance?
The message I give is don't worry about the duties that's going to come, but how you're going to balance your schoolwork, your duties, your sports. Don't worry about that. Worry about keeping your relationship with God and being able to always pray in those tough times.
The advice is don't always look at things that are going to happen, like the bad things that are going to happen. Look at like how you're going to solve the problems, or how things are like what you're going to achieve. And it's not always about if I'm gonna be head girl or if I'm gonna be head boy, I need to do this. Always make sure that you're comfortable and you're free, and not always like you're in a self-prison about it. And yeah.
That's so good. Yeah, like we said, there's a verse that says, do not be anxious about anything, but let your requests be known to God, and the peace that surpasses all understanding will be with you. And that's what Seth is talking about, that give it to God and he'll be with you. And like Michaela said, focus on the good, focus on the positives. That's very good advice. And then quickly, a fun question. What's been your favorite thing about being head girl and head boy?
You can go first.
Being able to give people duties.
Being able to give people duties, yeah?
That is the most fun thing about being head girl.
Okay, and
I guess telling someone to do something and then it's like, oh, how can that be fun?
what, they have to do it?
Yeah, it's not like an option. Like it's okay, you're head girl, so I have to do it. So
Okay. No, that's brilliant. Thank you guys so much. It's been so fun to have you guys, and yeah, I hope you guys have learned something about perseverance. We've learned a lot about Joseph, and just seeing these guys lead this year into the unknown. It's been a new year. It's been new challenges, but they've done so well. So just well done to you guys. Keep going. Let's learn some lessons on perseverance from them, and let's continue to learn from Joseph. Thank you guys, and we'll see you soon.